Oh my God, guys, you won't believe what NVIDIA is up to. They're building supercomputers that could change everything. And I mean everything. Quantum computing is no longer a sci-fi fantasy. It's happening right now, and it's going to blow your mind. So buckle up, everyone, because we're going quantum. So, our favorite GPU company, NVIDIA, is working with a Nobel Prize winner, a guy who knows more about quantum physics than anyone else on the planet. His name is Giorgio Parisi, and he's a legend. He's the guy who figured out how to explain the weird behavior of some materials at the quantum level. Things like spin glasses, which are like magnets on steroids. They're so complex and chaotic that even the smartest computers can't crack them. But NVIDIA saw something in his work. Something that could unlock the secrets of quantum computing. So they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. They gave him access to their supercomputers, the most powerful machines ever built. And what did he give them in return? A glimpse into the future, a future where quantum computers can solve problems that are impossible for normal computers. Problems that could change the world. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, not everyone is convinced. Some people think quantum computing is a pipe dream, a fantasy that will never come true. Are they right? Or are they missing out on the biggest revolution in history? You might be wondering why NVIDIA cares so much about quantum computing. After all, they're doing pretty well with their graphics cards. Why mess with a good thing? Well, here's the thing. NVIDIA knows something that most people don't. Something that could make or break their future. And it's this. Normal computing is dying. You see, there's a limit to how fast and powerful we can make normal computers. It's called Moore's Law, and it says that the number of transistors on a chip doubles every 2 years. But that can't go on forever. Eventually, we'll run out of space. We'll hit a wall. Quantum computing is the way around that wall. Quantum computers don't use transistors. They use qubits. Qubits are like magic bits. They can be 0, 1, or both at the same time. This gives them a huge advantage over normal bits. They can do more calculations in less time. But quantum computers are hard to build. They're fragile and expensive, and they need to be super cold, like colder than space cold. That's why most companies are taking it slow. They're waiting for someone else to figure it out, but not NVIDIA. They're going all in. They're spending billions of dollars on quantum research and development. They're not waiting for someone else to do it. They're doing it themselves. How? By using their own technology, their graphics cards. They're using them to simulate quantum systems, to test and tweak quantum algorithms, to get ready for the real thing. It's a bold move, a risky move, but it could pay off big time. If they can pull it off, they could be the first to build a quantum computer that can do things that no other computer can. Things that could change the world. So, what are these things that quantum computers can do? What are these problems that are impossible for normal computers? Well, let me show you. Imagine a flat surface covered in tiny magnets. Each magnet can point up or down. Now imagine that these magnets are interacting with each other in random ways. Some attract, some repel, some flip, some stay. It's a mess. This is called a spin glass, and it's one of the hardest things to understand in physics. Why? Because there are so many possible ways that these magnets can arrange themselves, more than there are atoms in the universe. And each arrangement has a different energy level. Why does this matter? Because many real-world problems can be modeled as spin glasses. Problems like protein folding, which is crucial for drug discovery, or supply chain optimization, which is vital for business efficiency, or encryption, which is essential for security. If we can figure out how to find the lowest energy state of a spin glass, we can solve these problems. We can find the best solution, the optimal solution, the solution that could save lives, money, and time. But normal computers can't do this. They're too slow, they get stuck, they give up. But quantum computers can. Quantum computers are perfect for this kind of problem. They use a technique called quantum annealing. It's like a quantum shortcut. They start with a random state, and then they slowly tweak it until they find the lowest energy state. The best solution. NVIDIA's supercomputers are simulating this process. They're mimicking how quantum annealers work, and they're finding amazing results. They're finding that even in a simple two-dimensional system, there's a point where the spin glass changes dramatically. a point where quantum annealing becomes super effective. This is huge. It means that quantum annealers could be much more powerful than we thought. It means that they could solve problems that are impossible for normal computers, problems that could change the world. But there's a catch. These are just simulations. They're not real quantum computers, they're just pretending to be. The real test will come when we can build quantum annealers that are big enough and fast enough to handle these problems. And that's still a long way off. Quantum computing sounds awesome, right? It sounds like the answer to all our problems. But there's a catch. There's always a catch. And in this case, the catch is huge. Quantum computing is expensive. And I don't mean money, I mean energy. Quantum computers use a lot of energy. A lot. Why? Because they need to be super cold. Like near absolute zero cold. That's the only way to keep the qubits stable. And keeping things that cold takes a lot of power. A lot. But how much exactly? Well, let me give you an example. D-Wave's 2000Q quantum annealer, one of the most advanced in the world, uses about 25 kilowatt of power. That's enough to power 20 average American homes. And that's just one machine. Now imagine scaling that up to match the power of our current supercomputers, the ones that NVIDIA is using to simulate quantum systems, the ones that can do trillions of calculations per second. How much power would they need? An insane amount, like enough to power a small city. That's how much. And that's a problem, because we don't have that much power, and even if we did, we shouldn't use it. Not when we're facing a climate crisis, not when we're trying to reduce our carbon footprint, not when we're trying to save the planet. NVIDIA's approach of using GPU simulations is a bit better. It's more energy efficient than full quantum systems, but it's still not great. It's still using a lot of power. A lot. The Leonardo facility in Bologna, which was used for this research, uses about 10 megawatt of power at peak operation. That's enough to power several thousand homes. And that's just for the simulation work. Actual quantum computing at this scale would likely use even more power. And that's not all. There's also the issue of rare earth elements. These are the materials that quantum computers need to work. And they're not easy to get. They're scarce and expensive. And they're often mined in places with poor environmental and ethical standards, places where people suffer for our tech. The quantum computing community knows this. They're not blind to the costs. They're working on ways to make quantum computers more energy efficient and less dependent on rare earth elements. But for now, these are still big challenges. Plus, who's going to run these quantum machines? Quantum computing is hard. And I don't mean hard to understand, I mean hard to do, hard to build, hard to operate, hard to program. Quantum computing requires a lot of skills. Skills that most people don't have. Skills that are in short supply. Quantum computing is a mix of physics, computer science, mathematics, and engineering. It's a blend of theory and practice. It's a fusion of art and science. And finding people who have all these skills is like finding a unicorn. A quantum unicorn. The quantum skills gap is real, and it's growing. A 2023 report by the Quantum Economic Development Consortium estimated that the quantum industry will need between 50,000 and 100,000 skilled workers by 2030. Currently, we're nowhere near meeting that demand. Why the shortfall? Because our education system isn't keeping up. Most universities don't have quantum computing curricula, and the ones that do are often outdated or limited. Quantum computing is evolving so fast that it's hard to keep up. NVIDIA's research collaboration highlights this issue. The team included physicists, computer scientists, and hardware engineers. This multidisciplinary approach is becoming the norm in quantum research, but it's not easy to find or train. Some companies are taking matters into their own hands. They're offering online courses, workshops, and internships in quantum computing. They're trying to create their own quantum workforce. But these efforts, while commendable, are not enough. We need a quantum education revolution. We need to make quantum computing accessible and affordable for everyone. We need to inspire and empower the next generation of quantum innovators. There's one more thing we need to talk about. And it's not a pleasant one. It's the dark side of quantum computing. The side that could put us all in danger. I'm talking about quantum hacking. The ability to use quantum computers to break the encryption that protects our data. Our passwords, our bank accounts, our messages, our secrets. Most of our online security relies on encryption algorithms that are based on hard math problems. Problems that normal computers can't solve. But quantum computers can. Quantum computers can crack these problems in minutes or even seconds. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's already happening. In 2019, a team of researchers used a quantum computer to factor a 250-bit number in just 10 seconds. A normal computer would have taken years to do the same thing. And that was just a small number. Modern encryption uses much bigger numbers. The National Institute of Standards and Technology estimates that within the next 20 years, quantum computers will be able to break RSA 2048, one of the most widely used encryption algorithms. This means that most of our data will be vulnerable to quantum attacks. So, as you can see, guys, quantum technology is a double-edged sword. It can be used for good or evil. It can protect us or harm us. It's up to us to decide how we use it. That's it for this video. I hope you learned something new and interesting. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. And don't forget to share your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and see you next time.